Welcome to the world of the photography techniques. There are many kinds of photography techniques. Knowing and learning one of them can open up new possibilities, and provide endless potential for inspiration and creativity. In this part 1 video I'll discuss 8 amazing techniques. Silhouette is defined as an outline that appears dark against a light background. More specifically, it is where your subject is seen as a black shape without detail against a brighter background. This effect can be achieved when taking photos of your subject, against any kind of bright light sources such as the sun or clear sky. In black and white photography you are trying to capture the raw emotion in the scene, a gesture, a facial expression, or a feeling that is hard to put into words. When shooting in black and white, the colors are turned into shades of gray. Light colors become highlights, and dark colors become dark tones. The differences between these shades are called tonal contrast. Black and white photographers utilize tonal contrast to make good photos. Panoramic photography is a technique of photography using specialized equipment and software, to capture images with horizontally elongated fields of view. It is sometimes known as wide-format photography. Most modern digital cameras enable you to take multiple photos in sequence as you shoot and moving the camera horizontally. These images can later be stitched together to create one larger panoramic image. Tilt-shift photography. This technique needs the use of special types of lenses. It is called tilt-shift lenses. Tilt-shift lens has two different types of movements: rotation of the lens relative to the image plane, called tilt, and movement of the lens parallel to the image plane, called shift. Tilt is used to control the orientation of the plane of focus. With tilt, the focal plane becomes pliable. It becomes possible to capture an image entirely in focus, as well as narrow the focal plane and make it surrounded by soft blur. Another thing tilt can do is making the miniature faking possible, creating the illusion of super shallow depth of field. Shift is used to change the line of sight while avoiding the convergence of parallel lines, as when photographing tall buildings. The long exposure technique implies utilizing a long shutter speed, and also a tripod, and regularly a remote shutter release. The subsequent impact is to strongly catch stationary components of a scene, while smearing, blurring, or darkening any moving components. Light trails, star trails, and blurring falling or moving water, are examples of this technique. In the fast shutter speed technique, you normally use a shutter speed more than 1/500th of a second. Yet, advanced digital cameras are speedier than this. On modern digital camera you can choose shutter speeds up to 1/8000th of a second, unbelievably fast. This means the screen opens for only 1/8000th of a second. In this brief minute, time is truly frozen, and you can easily freeze the movement of very fast-moving subjects. If you took 3 photos of the same subject, one at normal exposure, the second at darker exposure and the third at brighter exposure, you would have a better chance of getting a properly exposed shot to choose from. That is the first obvious option. But the second amazing one is to apply bracketing process, in which you blend the 3 images in a special software to produce an amazing high dynamic range photo, which is normally called HDR photo. Focus stacking means, simply, taking multiple photos of the same subject, each with a different focus spot. This is followed by the use of post-processing software like Photoshop to align the focused portion of each image and blend them into one final and focused image. It is a really amazing technique that everyone should try on their photos. Focus stacking technique is usually applied in macro photography, landscape photography, and low-light photography. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the clip. You can watch more clips at my YouTube channel. Just click the photo to the right. And if you are looking for more detailed information, click the photo to the left and come and visit me at ehabphotography.com.